What's up guys, My Moose Outdoors here. We've got a compressor unboxing here for you. This one is from Tuxing. I've done one or two of their compressors in the past and they've worked well. So we've got our usual stuff here. We've got our car supply, we've got extra parts. Looks like we've got a fuse, a few burst discs, extra cotton filters, O-rings, spring, a few other things we have. Our filter, our hose, and our battery jumper cables. Go ahead and pull this out here. There is the compressor itself. So, this one has the built-in inverter, so you can run it straight off of the battery, which is nice, with the jumper cables that come included here. And obviously there's all the spare parts I mentioned. Here's our power supply and hose and filter. Let's just check if we've got the cotton filter in here already, if we need to put one in. Looks like it comes with one in there already, so we're good to go. Nice heavy duty threads. Big O-ring on there, always nice. Just come with a little plug there. Alrighty. Now this one does have auto stop, which is always nice. So you have your dial up here on top, and I'll do a close up of that here in just a second. You've got your bleed valve here. You've got your oscilloscope where you attach that. Here's your burst disc. Here's your fuse and your start button. So let's fire this puppy up quick. I'll show you guys how you do it. And this one, if I recall, this was under 200 bucks for a PCP compressor with auto stop, which is pretty amazing, honestly. They've gotten really cheap. I remember when I first got into this hobby, like the Yongking compressors or whatever, they were like $600 or $700 at times. That's a lot of money for a compressor, especially for that compressor that took a lot of work up front to get set up with the water bucket and all that. Okay, so fan just turned on and it just beeped at me. So there we go. Let me turn the camera so you guys can actually see here. I'm going to walk you guys through the setup real quick and then I'll plug it in, because as soon as you plug it in, the fan turns on and it's pretty loud. So I've got the Umarex Nodos here. I've got our fill adapter for it, which just goes on right like that. And then for the Nodos, you just stick it in there. Now in this case, I'm going to fill it up to 2,000 PSI. It's at about 1,000 right now. So we're going to come over to our dial right here and we're going to turn it. Oh, it was right at it. It's right at 2,000. So we're just going to set it right there. And then it should stop on its own. And then I'm going to go ahead and plug in the cord. Okay, so we're plugged in, our needle's set. Make sure this is open right here, your bleed valve, and then go ahead and start with the power button. And then once it's started, you can close that. And then you can see Stop right there. Go ahead and open our bleed valve. Okay. So something I did notice, a lot of these will stop right when they get to the first edge of the needle. So in this case, right when it gets kind of to this edge, you probably saw on the camera, it stopped when it got to the other edge of it, which makes sense. If you look, there's that little tiny pin that comes down. So just be aware that it's gonna stop on the outside edge of your needle. I do really like that it beeps loudly when you finish filling. Disconnect that. That's actually really handy. Lets you know. And you've also got your temperature output right here. So typically you don't want to let these get too hot. Just kind of watch the temperature and make sure it isn't spiking. As you could obviously hear, it is air cooled, so it's got the fans running in there. But it's supposed to be able to run pretty well and fill pretty decent sized tanks. So quick initial thoughts. I've seen a lot of different compressors at this point. I've reviewed a ton of them. This is the first one that's beeped when it's finished filling. And I actually really, really like that feature because if you're anything like me, you set your stuff to fill up and then you walk away and you start doing something you forget because you have ADHD. So that's really handy for me. Auto stop for me is always a must. I don't like using compressors that don't have it. The auto stop plus the beep is really handy feature. Really like that. Outside of that, this is, basically what you expect out of the box. It works well. It's got the temperature. It's got the ability to run off of batteries, which is always nice. It's, lightweight, good size. About what most of them are. Nice case on the outside, steel case, good carry handle. Really, this is kind of the golden age of compressors because you can get something like this with basically every feature that you'd want that is rated for up to 4,500 PSI. And it was I don't recall exactly how much it was. I'm pretty sure it was under 200 bucks. I'll have links in the description below to this specific model, both on Amazon and on the Tuxing website, but really happy with this. As always, I will continue using it. If you guys have questions, hit me up in the comments below and let me know. But bang for your buck, this might be the best one that I've seen yet.